close. So heading straight into the knife round, obviously, you want to hear us talk too much about the pre-stuff. So, looks like, actually it's 1 versus 1 in the knife round. I'm not going to cast the knife round, obviously, but to be fair, Mirage, the knife round isn't too impactful. You want to start CT, because it is the more favoured side. It's also a lot easier to play. You don't have to think as hard as when you're on T side, but... So going into this map, what do you think will change between Train and Mirage? Do you want some help?
Oh, some help would be greatly appreciated.
When you're on the T, especially on Mirage, when you're on the T side, it's not like Train where the T side Train is more about team play. Whereas on Mirage, once you take control of mid, it's up to your single players, their skill and their, I wouldn't say strategy, but their skill to get the picks. I mean, once you smoke off top mid, smoke window, and you can get those AWPers and get those players into connector, and they can have their round-winning moments.
So you're thinking potentially we're going to be seeing individual impact.
Yeah,
really
individual impact is far more important on the T side, in my eyes, anyway.
Yeah.
Just because it is about taking control of mid. Once you have control of mid, it's up to the single players to do their job and see what they can do.
I mean, that's not bad for a certain team. Actually, that's not bad for either of these teams. Both very full of competent players who are going to be giving us hopefully another close game. In the pistol round, though, is going to be Xenex, obviously on that T side, going for a little bit of a smoke execute towards A.
What a strange setup though. Cinder, he's in sandwich, takes off one player, such a clean headshot, goes for a second, takes him down, but gets traded. It's going to be Brody, Rezu Smuya in the 1 versus nothing. They're all dead. Pistol run going towards CeX. Such a strange strategy there. You saw 2 players from Xenex having HE grenades. The idea there is to smoke off the center of site, throw 2 HE nades into CT and try and get a kill onto the CT player.
Yeah, it just sort of assumes a setup from CeX that we didn't see. Obviously, without the ability to get Molotovs, without the ability for any more of those clearance nades, and with the 2 HEs going to CT, the man in sandwich is basically given free reign unless you hard check it, and they failed to do that.
But you never really expect someone, especially in the pistol round, to be in sandwich on the CT side.
I mean, he was stairs, wasn't he?
No, he was. Oh, I wasn't sure. Did they smoke stairs?
I think it was stairs that got smoked. He dropped down, and that's why he was playing sandwich.
Oh, okay. So
I mean, if you smoke stairs, you probably do want to hard check it. At least, you know, have at least one man just give it that hard check, make sure nobody's there, and I think we just saw the result of what can happen if you don't. Yeah,
so the force buy coming from Xenex Shani there. Obviously, no Kevlar. He wants to save the AWP. I don't know what the hell Cinder's doing, pushing for the smoke. Actually, 2 entries, but Brody C, he replies. It's going to be the 1-player advantage now. Thomas, though, he's going to equalize it out to 1-player advantage in favor of Xenex.
Yeah, Xenex are going to be sitting on that 1-man advantage. Obviously, the armor going to be helping out as well, as now they start to recover those rifles and those SMGs. A difficult retake scenario, especially with Shani at that close range. Smoothie, the man with the scout, now going to be the last left alive as Thomas is dropped. And, well, he's got 2 men to find, both with some pretty powerful weapons, and all he's going to be able to use in these close-range battles is that 5.7 currently, just trying to work on finding dances. He sees the barrel, he sees the man move, but he can't react in time. And it's going to be Xenex equalizing this one out.
Thing is that both those players were low HP, so I mean all it took was 1 shot from the scout onto each of those players, and there's actually a chance there for Smooth, but Dances is on the ball, gets that crisp flick headshot, the Tech-9 takes him down. It's going to be Xenex winning the force buy.
Yeah, CEX doing what you'd essentially expect in this situation, deciding they're going to be going for a little bit of a force buy themselves. Try and come back into it, try and play against Xenex, take them down a little bit, and just basically keep it going until you win 2 in a row. And actually, Xenex haven't put themselves in the best position for this. If you think about the fact that CEX have bought armor and actually 2 other players have gone for full armor, those Mac 10s maybe not going to be as impactful as you would like.
Well, the thing is now, these Mac 10s, as you mentioned, they're already on the site, and actually Shani sprays down Brody. Ooh, Rez with a crispy headshot, but gets traded out by Jake. It's the 1-man lead still for Xenex.
Yeah, unfortunately, if they can get enough bullets in you, they will take you out, so it is going to be an advantage for Xenex as they find themselves the plant. Smoothie doing everything he can to make sure that HP doesn't stay on their side for long, but obviously with the scout, only going to be able to do tag damage, not frag damage with no headshot. And so CEX, well, they fall back a little bit, and I think they concede the site entirely, as they know that coming in for a retake with what they have, with no utility past 1 flashbang on Smoothie and against 4 players, is near impossible.
Yeah, so CEX opting for that counter force, trying to see if they can win back the round they just previously lost. But the problem is, retaking that B site with a scout and a 5.7 and so forth isn't really the easiest thing in the world. So their idea, just get those exit frags, dent that tier con as much as you can, and save what you have. So if they didn't save this, they would have just had no armor and USPs, but instead now they've got a 5.7, a scout, and a UMP to their arsenal.
Yeah, now it's a chance for them to keep that pressure going on. through into the first gun round. Obviously, if you can keep Xenex on their toes, if you can keep these guys down on economy, having to reinvest into guns round after round, once you hit that first gun round, you can have the switch.
Indeed, indeed. But only 3 players with propaganda, USP on Brody. See, he's just going to full save. Some smokes coming out onto from the Xenex side here, trying to fake out CeX, trying to get that over rotation. Actually, it does. All the players are pulled from that B site and from the middle. JT with the opening kill, just going to take down that player there that was playing towards site. Actually re-faces and spots the player going back from bench. Doesn't quite get able to take him down.
Well, to be fair, it looks like they're selling the fate because it looks like they're potentially going to be taking the site. CeX just really unable to respond in any meaningful way. We see Rezu find himself one, but Peggy's going to be straight back with the refrag. The man on stairs forced away, and whilst that's all happening on the A site, B's been taken. Nothing CeX can do once again to grab it back. They are going to be having the weapons that they've saved. Cinder might as well take the armor and the M4 through. Smooya might as well try and find an exit with the scout, and past that is going to be 3-1 to Xenex.
Yeah, not really that important though. Cinder doesn't save this as they're going to have money buying into the next round. So all the CT players will go down. 2-round lead for Xenex. If they win this, they could be looking for a great start.
Indeed, they could. Xenex on the T side already at 3. Obviously, not that far to go from that point. I mean, it's not one of those things where you're only going to be getting like 5 rounds, but it's not that far off. It's not like they have to have an absolutely stellar T side to put themselves in a great position. So basically win this one, keep CeX on that back foot, keep them low on the economy, and just start bullying your way through to where you need to be. And then after that, everything else is icing on the cake. You're happy.
No AWPs coming up for either team. They're opting for the 5 rifle setup. So I imagine we're going to see quite a fast play. Maybe this could be a B split. Smoke off top mid. Use 2 smokes towards short, sorry. Try and get up short as fast as possible. Trade the frag in whorehouse. And once you have that kill, once you have that pressure from short, that solo B player is going to be under a lot of pressure and is probably going to go down. And then you can play the retake and the afterplan and so forth.
At the moment though, Rezu not going to be seeing anything. You can see Xenex trying to work their way out towards mid, but Cinder's going to be up close and personal, sitting behind him.
Oh, perfect.
Brody C going to be there as well. He's going to manage to find the refrag at least as Cinder does go down, but Peggy's already behind him. The push through underpass facilitates the frag, and it means that Smooya is going to be their last bastion of hope there. Runs through an entire Molotov as well, so down to 32 points of health. No controlling maintained, and a beautiful nade to take him out. Now it's Rezu and Thomas split almost 1-1, having to fight off the entire Xenex side, bar 2 now.
Thomas, though, the refrag actually manages to make this a 1-man lead, but it's all down to Rezu. Can he stop the air attack? Chucks the Molotov up, but someone's really crossed from window, so it's going to get flashed up. Jakey out, lands on site, goes for that repeat. Not repeat, but peeks into him. Rezu, though, he wins that duel. It's now 2 versus 2. If he can get another frag and get the bomb down or just win this duel, spots the player and spots the bomb. This is where he's already got Thomas here on the defense. Fortunately for him, Rezu will go down. It's going to be Thomas in the 1 versus 2. Goes down. Xenex win it again, and CeX, they're on the reset.
I mean, unfortunate that we see it end up in the 1 versus 2 there, as Rezu did exactly what he needed to. He didn't manage to find the frags. Nobody did keep them waiting. He found that first man, obviously, kept the remaining 2 stuck in apartments and waited for his teammate to get there, waited for Thomas to be able to back him up.
Yeah, it was well played.
In that situation, it doesn't pan out, but you've got to give CeX credit where credit's due.
Sometimes just staying alive is the best thing you can do, but Shenny there with the only pick onto Smooya, trying to do that Kenny S jump and try and get some 1Ds. Doesn't quite work out in his favor. Peggy as well, gonna spot Brody C short, I imagine, trying to get that 1D again. Spots him, takes him down, nice headshot there, 2-man lead already. Hopefully a clean round for Xenex and they can get their economy rolling.
Yeah, looks like it might well be going that way. Cinder obviously going to be the only man with armor, and Rezu with a single flash as the sole utility carrier on the team. This should be an easy cleanup. The flash is gone, it's a 1-1 split, neither of them have weapons. This is basically done at this point. It's just going to be can we get a frag apiece? Can we try and do some damage, keep their economy at least, you know, bordering on great. Keep it down a little bit. Do as much damage as we can. Past that, it's almost inconsequential what we see happen.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, I don't know. It's not really that impactful either way. If they die, it's whatever. I mean, they have the money now, they have the rounds, and I think Xenex should really go for a bomb plant here. 800 extra cash, never hurt. So, going into this next gun round. I don't know, I mean, we saw the first gun round. Actually, what am I talking about? Instead of pushing out through that smoke onto ramp, dance with the refrag. It's only Rezu now in the 1 versus 4. Back to what I was saying. 5 rifles on each side when we saw in the first gun round, and we saw that Xenex took that with ease. The thing is though, if we can see the AWP on CeX, AWP on Smooya, what effect can he have?
I mean, if past games are anything to go by,
lot
what we've seen already, yeah, a huge effect. The man is a machine, and we are actually going to be seeing the AWP come out. Instead of just on Smooya, it's going to be on Thomas as well. Obviously the man who stepped his game up a little bit in the last, showed us some good stuff. potentially going to be pretty interesting. Thomas actually going to be in the perfect position as well. Unfortunately flashed out, but ready to come through with the frags. Finds himself the first one to Jakey. Going to be lining them up as he picks up Dances as well. Cinder,
Wow.
another man coming through, and that is decimation. Xenex, nothing. No frags coming out. A tiny bit of damage on Cinder, but apart from that, just picked to pieces as they exit ramp.
So I was about to say, 2 AWPs on the CT side. If they lose this round, their economy would have been awful, but huge round there from Thomas, picking up 2 frags and actually legging someone through someone else's body. So that round ended in just about 20 seconds. Xenex going to be a bit scared to run towards A again.
Yeah, you'd assume they're not going to be all too happy with going for something that basic or something that leaves them that open rather to just being picked off by multiple CTs. So instead we're going to be seeing them lining up for some smokes.
Yes, indeed, the smokes will probably come out towards A. The thing is, they realize that it's double up setup, and they think, in their heads, they're thinking, if we can smoke off the AWPs, force the AWPs to retake, it's so difficult to retake with AWP. Having to run into those close angles versus a rifle, far more advantageous for them. So, smokes are coming out now. This is going to be the default smokes towards, towards jungle, towards stairs, towards CT. Very standard bot. What AWPers or what most players do, they'll push the bench smoke, and I think this is what's about to happen. Gets the entry, but gets traded.
Yeah, beautiful response from Peggy there to make sure Smooya can't find himself ahead. Peggy going to be keeping that energy rolling as he finds a frag onto Cinder as well. They should be expecting the remaining AWP up on ticket.
Oh,
and Peggy predicts it. Headshot through a wall onto Smooya. So a little bit of a mix-up of what we're used to seeing, and it's going to be Rezu and Brody C as the last 2 left. Rezu already down. Brody C trying to make his way there, but nothing whatsoever accomplished as Xenex leave with 3 men alive.
I mean, if you're going to buy the double up setup, I mean, they're going to have enough money to buy this round potentially. Thing is, once you buy, I mean, if they opt for another double up setup and they lose that round, their economy is going to be in tatters. And Xenex, if they can keep winning these most crucial gun rounds, they can just go ahead of this lead.
Well, I mean, realistically, even without the double up this round, their economy is going to be in a bad place should they lose. This, again, is a must-win for CeX, otherwise it is going to be 2 on the board for Xenex, and they're already at 6. So this is their chance to win the half right here if they can make things happen, but Rezu's going to be doing everything he can to make sure that's not the case. A frag onto Jakey, a huge amount of tag damage onto Dances, and I think a little bit of a scared Xenex falling back as a result.
Actually, the final bullet there from Rezu taking down Jakey, and Dances as well, tagged up to 10 HP, 90 damage onto him. Rezu staying alive as well. He's done almost almost killed 2 people there with that single spray, 20 bullets. So, but the thing is, they didn't show the bomb. You can't see the bomb through the smoke, so he sprayed him down, only saw 1 player. The thing is, that looks like a fake. And I believe they will believe that as well as the T's are going towards A. They have their smokes. They can still do smokes towards A, do their wall of smokes again, and try and win that retake like they did last time. Go for that play again. It worked for them. Hopefully they can repeat that.
Yeah, it's just whether they're going to be able to at this point. I mean, Thomas close up with an M4, potentially going to be a little bit of a thorn in their side should they try and smoke off the distant angles. Not saying he's going to be able to do a huge amount, but if he can find himself 2 frags, that's going to put CeX in a good position considering the 1-man lead they already have. So at this point, it's going to be about how he can hold up and how these AWPs are going to reposture.
Oh my goodness.
Hunting T's. Smooya and Thomas find themselves 1 apiece. Smooya are actually going to be finding a second as well. And Cinder coming in with the last. So some trades coming through from Xenex, but CeX just staying on top throughout.
The thing is, usually when you play towards A, you're gonna, either you have 2 players commit to the site, or you have 2 players that don't commit to the site. So when you had Smooth at CT, I was thinking in my head, Thomas shouldn't be here. He shouldn't be isolated on the site when those smokes come in. Somehow those Smooth managed to get that frag through the smoke and saving Thomas's life as he also picks up a kill. And that A attack just got completely mullered.
Yeah, Smooya with the AWP, I think the main man responsible for that, as he has been on so many other occasions. He is just destroying Xenex at every opportunity and keeping CeX in the game whenever possible. At the moment though, it's not going to be great. Xenex obviously able to rebuy off that economy, and they're just looking to see if they can get CeX in a position where they're reset once again. It's another round the CTs have to win.
Shani here hoping for some CT aggression. Actually, Rezu maybe jumping on Van, might even have to walk into Shani's scope, but question is quite hard for the 2 AWPer there. You either have to watch for the van if they jump on the van, or just watch for the jump peek and double scope for that. No, actually, Rezu just going to run away. They've got 2 towards B, but the problem is, when you show no presence towards mid, you know it has to be either 5A, 5B, no one mid, no one can flank you, no one can hit you in the back and get those backstab frags, so CeX with a great read on this.
Yeah, just going to be lining up towards B at this point, well ready for anything Xenex could throw at them, but now You can see Xenex, they're going to be changing things up. They send a couple of guys mid now. They try and work that double-sided, well, that double-edged approach. They want to make it a war on two fronts, and if they can do it effectively, it's going to be great. Look at JT, already all the way down short, ready to take on anybody on site, and he's going to be catching people out. Rezu taken down already. Brody C going to be responded, but taken down quickly by Jakey. Smooya with the AWP does manage to find one, does manage to keep things even, but the site is Xenex's. The bomb is down, and it's going to have to be the retake through market to make
Somehow,
it happen.
they've found
Cinder
these
and
frags. Smooya as well, taking Jakey through the smoke. He'll take him down. He's going to get that defuse on. CeX there, they had the kits, they had a few flashes, they weren't really in any pressure there. They could have waited out even a little bit longer of that 5 seconds extra added on by the defuse kit. 2 rounds now, just only 2 round deficit of CeX. They can win this now. They can win this game, get the comeback. I mean, it's so early on, already only 10 rounds in, I know, but it's so important to get those CT rounds.
Yeah, no, that's the problem. Xenex don't have much further to go. These guys, if they can continue to win rounds of the Ts, even if it is sporadically at this point, they're going to have more than enough.
Yeah, they've already got 6. I mean, any extra rounds here will be bonus for them. They just, if they could get 7, maybe 8, if they could win the half, that'd be great.
This round, though, not looking like it's one they're going to be in with a particularly good chance of winning, as obviously starting with those pistols and losing that many players that fast is going to be a bit of an issue. Now just Jakey seeing if he can do some damage, indeed finding one more player, but not able to do anything more than that. So it's going to be CEX at 5 rounds to Xenex's 6, again facing off against a fully bought T side.
Yeah, but CEX having 3 players stay alive, they're only having to drop 2 guns, so their economy is starting to build just a little bit. It's not the best though, but they can still build just quite a little bit. If they can continue to chain these rounds, they can get extra cash and always have a buy. So top mid smoke comes out. This is where we might see that mid control that I spoke about earlier.
Yeah, Xenex really seeming to go hard for the mid control in this round. Shaney just going to be holding the angle onto window with the AWP, making sure that he can catch anybody going for the aggressive peek, but at the same time we're seeing aggression elsewhere from the CT side. It's going to be Smooya heading down, ramping into T-spawn just to be caught by JT. Not the best situation for him. The smoke goes through window, so it is going to be mid control almost 100%, but Snods, I know you're going to be angry.
Yeah, there's a gap in that smoke, but at the same time, Cinder, he can see if any players go towards the connector, so all he has to say is, be careful short. I have connector. There's no one connector right now, so expect a play towards B. But 40 players in mid, and obviously JT in apps. But Thomas there, he's giving up the A side. He's going to play retake. Great flash. He's going to catch all these players off guard, but he's flashed himself. He's not going to go for the peak, and now they're close. Thomas there, 1 frag, goes to the second. Actually manages to get help from Cinder, but he gets straight out by Jakey. JT and Jakey get those frags. It's a 1-man lead now for Xenex.
Xenex maintaining that advantage, just going to be trying to keep their players alive. JT actually now going on the aggressive, manages to find himself Rezu. And so it's all going to be on Brody C. He has a kit, he has himself nades. And so the 2v1, or the 1v2 as it may be called, is not going to be impossible. It's just going to be difficult.
He can smoke off CT, he can molly behind the default, he can actually win this. The question is though, does the player, yeah, this is the nade will kill him. He wastes the Molotov, but he didn't really know he was low HP. So he has to smoke on the flash. If he smokes off the CT, flashes as well, but unfortunately JT will just peek out, take him down. I mean, there's a chance there for Brody there.
Yeah, no, 100%. It looked like a round that was winnable for CeX. Unfortunately, it's not going to be happening, so we are going to be seeing them at their wits' end, having to put everything they can into the buy and still emerging a little bit underfunded. A Deagle coming out on Brody C. A UMP coming out on Cinder, although he does spring for the kit and the utility. And then an AWP on Smooya, of course, and some rifles to follow up. It's not great, but Smooya going to be in a perfect position to spot over the smoke at the beginning. Finds himself the frag onto Peggy, falls back into a slightly more passive position, allows Thomas to watch top mid.
Yeah, Smooya that making that Kenny-S jump, able to see over the short smoke, and obviously Thomas there, 2 frags from connector. Cinder holding the off angle off, takes down JT, dances there, trying to get the reply, goes for the spray shot and takes it down. Smooya's low HP, knows he's there too, hasn't got the HG grenade, but he's actually, oh my goodness, reloads at such a bad time, and now when he refaces, Smooya's going to be watching with the AWP. Flashes short, Smooya has no help right now, goes for the reface, spots him, takes him down, dances in the 1 versus 2.
That's exactly what he needed now, though.
Oh,
it's about whether he checks behind it. Unfortunately for him, Rezu is going to be there, and he's not going to be expecting it. So it's going to be another round on the board for CEX. Still, Xenex have nothing to be worried about. This is the thing. We're talking about it as if, like, it's a horrible, horrible thing. And obviously, they want as many rounds as possible. But
I mean, I wouldn't say it's really good. T-side Mirage, it's a bit more 50-50 than other maps like Trade, especially like Trade.
But they're where they need to be.
Yeah, leading on T is always a good thing, especially on maps like Mirage. So, if they can get one more round, they're probably going to get this one up. They're probably going to play for the 8-7.
And they're going to be doing damage this round as well. Shaney and Dancy's finding one apiece as Cinder's the only man to respond. Smooya though going to be ready and waiting, obviously. Headshot with the AK to take down Dancy's, and Brody C now chiming in as well. So Peggy and Jakey can be the last one to sight, and almost a plant coming out of it. But the spam through the boxes is effective, and Rezu through CT there as a little bit of an insurance. Make sure that Xenex can't have any extra cash going into this last round.
I mean, even if Brody C didn't get that wall bang, Rezu was down from CT, it would have shot those guys in the side, not allowing them to get the bomb down. But final round now, Galil on Peggy, Galil on Jakey, 3 AKs, no AWP.
Yeah, not really what you want going into the last, but again, they're not that worried, I doubt. It's that thing, isn't it? You can sort of try and go for this round. Of course, you want to go for this round. You want the 8th round because it's going to put you in a great position, and it's going to be more than what you need. But at the same time, this isn't a breaking moment in the game. This isn't them now being crushed.
It puts more emphasis on the pistol, I think, as well. Actually, this is such a good fake. There's four. What are these players doing? Why have they been sussed out? There's no CT smoke. There's only one smoke from a T player. And there's 4 people rotating. But Xenex, this is where the push comes. The Molotov comes in. Such a great Molotov. It's going to hold them back just a little bit. HP is dwindling. Oh, that's a flick from Brody. But gets traded by Shaney. Rezu, though, bike van takes down Shaney. Can he get any more? What is he doing? Just jumps down. Jakey doesn't know where Rezu is. Gets a 3rd. It's just pegging now. That Galil stuck at 20 HP.
Yeah, and he's about to be running into a whole lot of trouble. Thomas at top mid takes him out. CEX finish 8-7, and we see, I think for the first time, a half that's not, or that doesn't at least look entirely decisive.
It's either 12-3 or just a shoddy T side showing, but this time it's actually really great Counter-Strike.
Yeah, this time we're seeing a close game, something I have been hoping for a while now.
We've had 16-14 finishes.
We've had close games, but a close half. Okay, let's say that.
Yeah, close half. Finally a close half. So actually, we talked about the pistols earlier being important. I was saying when it's 12-3, if the team that's at 12 wins, that's pretty much GG. But at this point, it's anyone's game, and if they win the pistol, they can take the lead.
Yeah, both these teams are going to be gunning for that first round. CEX taking a little bit more of a spread out, a little bit more of a slow approach to it than Xenex did. Commendable in many senses, making sure these CTs sweat, trying to figure out what these guys are going to be doing throughout the game right now. I like the idea of grabbing that insight. It's just about how they're going to be folding in off the back of this.
So those 2 players lurking in mid, they can go towards B or A, and I think actually that one smoke trying to pull that rotation in, actually Dance is getting caught off guard by Smooya. Thomas as well gets the frag. It's 2-man advantage now for CEX, and 1 minute 15 on the clock, and they can go to any side they want, and the backstab could come in from Peggy though. Smooya watching it, he knows he's coming, he knows the rotation has to come, takes him down. Jakey last alive, boosted up, can't get any cheesy kills there, goes down to Cinder. Such great play.
I'm sorry, stuff like that makes me so happy when I'm watching CS, right?
What, that last frag from Smooya?
It was the
he knows the rotation. He knows the rotation has to come from somewhere.
And he knows it's going to be following his player, so he watches him go through vents. He goes, okay, so if they catch sight of you, that's going to be them sold on you rotating through. So I'll jump through window, and I'm there ready to just kill one man for free.
It's one thing to think about that while you're watching the game, and it's a completely different thing to think about that while you're playing, and that's just pure talent.
I mean, as we watch this more and more, I am seeing exactly what you're saying about the guy knows where to place himself.
Yeah, he's always in the right place at the right time. Such a smart play coming from Smooya. I mean, even if you didn't get that frag, and if you went down, it was still pretty much sold in favor of CEX as the entries went the T's away.
Still, Xenex going to be trying to come back with something of their own. Not going to be great, of course, but they are going to be up with the pistol armors ready to do some damage. The only problem for them at the moment is CEX have decided to go with 3 AKs. They're not messing around.
Could also be in their favor though. If they can actually win this round, it really will hurt their economy. They're on the 4 reset. But Xenex, they've gone connector from mid, and they've read the situation well. Only 1 player, and that's going to be Shaney towards jungle. He can't really do much here, and the round's going to be over. The thing is, though, can Xenex save their armor and pistol, or will they go for the exits?
Well, I assume we're going to be seeing them wanting to save Shaney.
Smooya, though, he wants those frags.
Yeah, but there's not going to be...
ACOG Gaming, wow, how beautiful. Great sponsorship there. We do love them.
See, man, these monitors.
Anyway, we can see the game, though, from the other GoTV. Oh, I think we'll go back into it now. Perfect. No, we're not. So, instead... Actually, yeah. Whoa. Thankfully, though, it comes at not the worst time. That could have been much worse timing. Obviously, we already knew the outcome of the round, so... Cinder hit, spots 2 players, flashes them all, gets straight over Peggy. 2 versus 4. Just trying to take those guns out of the T's hands. So, yeah, doesn't really matter too much. We didn't know he was going to win that round and he was going to lose it. So, 3 rounds ahead now for CEX, and especially now because Xenex did that force buy, they're not going to have too much to work with this round.
Yeah, realistically not going to be wanting to buy on too many other players. You can see Peggy with the armor and the P90 already. He's going to have something to use. Apart from that, it's going to be stock pistols and a P250 on Jakey.
Yes, indeed. Oh, and now the other monitor's gone. So, slight problems, but it's fine. Cinder, top mid, manages to... Actually, no, it was Peggy, sorry. Smooya goes down early on, but at the same time, I don't really see Xenex winning this. You've still got 4 players alive versus 5, but the thing is that 5 players haven't got armor. Dante's going for the jump spot. Spots only 1 player. Doesn't spot the bomb yet. There you go, A-side loses the duel to Thomas. Nice headshot there. Will even up the numbers.
Yeah, and the rest of CeX just reposturing, obviously, as a result of that A push, heading through connector, finding themselves a free site. And again, Xenex left in a position where they could go for the retake, but whatever they do, this should be a complete shutdown.
Yeah, I mean, there's only 1 SMG on Resi, so they're not really too worried as well if they die. If you die to an AK, it's not the end of the world.
Oh,
It's more about dying, multiple kills, giving multiple kills to SMGs and allowing them to build up their money. Jakey hit. Oh, that's a nice headshot. Can he get another one, actually? Grabs the AK, refaces, actually sprays down Cinder's Jakey. The 1 versus 2. This is not winnable. Flashes that player, but will go down to Rezu's SMG.
That was, again, a little bit too close for comfort. We are seeing both of these teams coming out with quasi-buys or pistol or even ecos like that.
Just strong aimers. It's
yeah,
just highly skilled
big.
individuals.
Obviously, no, now we're going to be into the first gun round. Pistols not needed, but a round win needed for the CT side. They don't manage to find this, they're going to be in trouble. And I mean, already you can see they're lacking in certain areas. 1 kit on Jakey, Shaney for going the armor, and a little bit of a lack of utility on a fair few of them. The smoke's going to be there, but flashes and Molotov not.
Oh, no.
And already CeX are going to be in. Rezu finds 1.
No.
Thomas on the second. Smooya for the man coming through jungle. And it means it's going to be Dances and JT.
Yeah, they need to save right now. Grab the AWP and just run it, mate. You need to get out of that site immediately. But Smooya, he understands the rotation. Once again, takes down JT as he's trying to leave the bomb site and trying to save the AWP. But what happened there? 2 players die ramp. If you're Shaney in your window, you have to rotate towards A. The problem is, Smooya reads that. He's already Palace, sets his crosshair up on jungle, takes down Shannon on that rotation. And as well, Peggy and Jakey pushing towards ramp. This is actually a SK gaming setup. Smooya goes down that AWP. Actually, that's going to give Dances an AWP if you can save it. But the problem is, all 4 of these players know exactly where he is. He's stuck in such an isolated position. Can't really get away. Yeah, Daniel will go. So, about that setup that I was talking, SK Gaming actually innovated that setup. And what it is where you have the player, that was Peggy, close ramp. Jakey, that's towards the left side of ramp. So if you're the T's and you're walking towards A, to the close left, there's always that angle there, which some CTs hide there. But the thing is, if you're Peggy and you're holding that angle ramp, you just don't expect Jakey to be in the corner. The problem is, the timing was so good on the T side, and they managed to catch them off while they were trying to get into positions. Thomas and Smooth trying to go for that contact play, but it's only pistols. Oh my, Peggy with a crispy headshot onto Thomas, and he'll refrag that.
Nice one there, but Brody C going to be in the perfect position to make sure they maintain the advantage. JT going for a little bit of a push through apps for information, can't do anything. Dancy's on short as well, going to be caught out pushing towards the B site, and just like that, it's Peggy and Shaney left. There's an AK out for grabs, but apart from that, it's going to be another round on the board for CEX as they reach 13.
Yeah, 13-7, such a hard scoreline to come back from. It's not like if it's 12-8 where it's only 4 rounds, so... Money as well for the T's is looking pretty strong, so even if they get a few kills here from the CT side, even if they take a few guns out of their hands, it's not really going to have too much of an effect, as we've had these T's win 5 rounds and have a few bomb plants as well, so their money is rocking.
Yeah, really. No worries at all for the T's. If anything, it's just going to be about them ripping the AK out of Peggy's hand, making sure that Xenex have to reinvest, making sure they can't carry anything through so that they, so that they can skimp out next round, so they can get a little bit more utility next round, whatever it is, and just make sure Xenex are always on the back foot. Make sure you bully their economy and never let it get to a level where they can sustain it for multiple rounds.
Thing is, though, if Peggy saved this rifle, I believe they can actually drop the AWP. If we can get it, oh, take that back. Full blind Cinder, jumps in midair, just rips the head off of Peggy, and as I mentioned before, they can still buy the AWP. It's actually not that bad.
No, it's not that bad this round. The issue is
if they lose this round,
double AWP investment going to be making that even worse.
Wow, Shaney and Dancy come for that double AWP setup. Dancy loves to AWP CT or loves to AWP towards B. B short, it's either B short or it's CT on A. And I imagine they're going to go for, actually no, the rifles are going to be on A. They're going to play close and they're going to hold the site. Dancy's B short. Oh my goodness, JT, so lucky there. He's really missing the shot. Oh, JT with a crispy headshot just will take him down. Only 20 seconds into the round, that's already 1-man advantage for Xenex.
Absolutely dirty from JT. Thomas not able to get up anything more, just waiting for the smoke to clear and seeing if he can spot anything coming through. But JT just going to be going for the jump peek, keeps himself safe, and he knows that he's got Dancy's there to back him up if he can connect. It's 2 shots is all it's going to be taking, and it means Thomas is down, and as you said, A 2-man lead is established. The AWP as well ripped out of CEX's hands.
Yes, indeed. Thing is, though, Cinder may be able to catch this rotation. He does. It's only 1-man advantage now for Xenex. This round's now winnable for the T's. If they're in mid, they can find picks onto the sides. They can go up short. They can maybe catch out dances off of the AWP. Actually, they're going to go for the boost. So they smoke him out. They want him to push. If he pushes and they get the boost on, they can actually do this. Dances as well, though. He's pushed through their smoke. They're not expecting him to be there. Dances from B short. That's a failed. All these failed smokes we see. I can't believe it, man. Regardless, 2-man advantage for Xenex. Brody pushing out. Gets the headshot. Imagine if that player was still alive. Would have been 3 versus 3. But the thing is, they know Dances AWP. Oh, he misses that fairly easy flick. Fortunate for him, but the bomb will go down. It's planted for Kitchen, so they can actually win this.
Yeah, I didn't watch the ammo, but it looked like he forgot to click.
No, I think he's shot. I think it's just a go-to error. Nade goes out, takes down Brody. Cinder the 1 versus 3, unless he can get this entry. Oh, dancing for tag up. Nice shot there. Cinder refaces towards Peggy and Kitchen, but will go down. It's only 5 rounds different.
I mean, that's the thing. In Dancy's position there with the last frag, it doesn't matter if you actually manage to land it or not. You've got people either side of him. There's no way he can escape without getting a couple of bullets from an M4. And at that point, he's going to be gone. So it's Xenex trying to claw their way back into this one. Obviously, they find themselves in 8th round, but they lose so many players in the process.
The problem was as well, the T's won 5 rounds in a row, and they got a lot of bomb plants, so their money is great. They haven't got any issues going into for a few rounds. They'll have the money to buy. So the question is, can Xenex take the pressure off of themselves, and can they get a few rounds and make this closer?
Well, I mean, they have to.
I hope they do, just because I just hope they do, because I predicted 16-12. So
for me, it's the fact that they only survived with 2 players in that last round. It does cause some issues. Dancy's going to be trying to alleviate those concerns, though, this round with the first AWP shot coming through. What I was going to say is, obviously, it puts them in a position as CTs where they have to rebuy heavily, and it means that we're going to be seeing them, again, with a little bit of a weak economy, something CeX can take advantage of, because, as you say, they have the money banked. So
the entry comes out from Dances. They're pushing B-ups, takes down Brody C, and we are finished in a situation where it's 1-man advantage. Can Smoothie even out, though? He's expecting for Shane to go and peek connector, smoke off ramp. This is looking like this might actually happen. No, I'm just going to smoke off ramp and play passive still. Doesn't want to over peek and die. Obviously, you got that player that's close jungle run window. Actually, he will go to the jump spot. Does he spot Smoothie? He doesn't spot Smoothie. Peeks into his scope and down goes Shaney.
Yeah, Smoothie's so patient on that one, almost looking like
he knew it had to come at some point. Yeah. Someone had to peek him at some point.
Finds the frag. It's going to be Jakey on site to respond now, and indeed he does. 2 frags in a couple of seconds, and a 3rd joining the ranks as Thomas goes down. Smoothie now going to be the last alive, trapped in between a rock and a hard place, just trying to battle his way out. But there is no easy solution here.
No, not indeed. And there's 4 players surrounding him, 2 on the other side. The thing is, if he can get that wall bang in, doesn't obviously know there's a player there with low HP, but goes towards jungle. No, he saw the shadow. He doesn't quite hit the shot. Very close, though.
Very close indeed, but it's not going to matter. Xenex find themselves a 9th round, and as well as that, potentially even more importantly than that, they find it with 4 men still standing.
Could it get into the heads of CeX after what happened on Train? Same thing, exact same thing happened on Train, except it was vice versa. No, it wasn't. It was CeX on the T side, Xenex on the CT side. Thing is, though, do you think that CeX it could get to their heads?
I don't know. I obviously don't have as much of a grasp on the mentality of a player that as you do.
Yes is the short answer. Yes.
But yes. Okay.
Shout out to Team Liquid.
Oh dear. But yeah, okay, so you're thinking CeX are going to be a little bit less than happy with what's just gone down. Jakey going to be in a similar position, ready to do it twice, finds himself 2 to start things off immediately. Peggy now going to be joining him on that site, ready to help out. Cinder manages to get 1 back, but it's going to be the first frag, and look at that. Jakey, no respect. Up the ladder and into Smooya, 1 man
so smart.
With 2 frags, all that CeX could muster as Xenex join them in the double digits.
So what's happened there was Jakey just hiding behind default, he's listening. He spots out a player, hides, and that team flash comes in, blinds both those players that are pushing up ramp, and he's got 2 easy kills for Sandwich, sprays both of them down, and actually, great initiative there, no Smooth's not going to be expecting it, jumps up the ladder, sprays, well, not even sprays, headshot Smooth, takes him down. Great 3K from Jakey there.
Absolutely beautiful, and twice in a row as well.
Yeah, well played.
That might get into their heads if nothing else, mate. CeX obviously now still going to be in the lead at 13, but now they found themselves on pistols, and JT going to be in it this time instead of JT with a nice double nade. Finds a 3rd, finds a 4th, and it's all going to be on Smooya. Nothing he can do. As you say, the ace comes out. Xenex have another clean round. Their economy at this point is going to be thriving.
So the Molotov and the nade there, blowing up those players, and JT getting 2 from the nade and 3 with his M4, or AK actually in hand. Manages to completely decimate that A site attack from that 4 spot all by himself. Thing is though, the force spy comes out. Smooya, no AWP and a Tech 9. Usually when this happens, he likes to go up B short and then you go for the B split, and exactly that. Smokes off B. He likes, okay, so this is the thing. He catches the player off guard that's on B short. Once you have that B short player dead, it's so easy to take this. Smooya gets the kill on the B short. JT though, bench takes down that play. It's gonna be 1-for-1 trades.
Thing is, 1-for-1 trade not quite as important if you can pincer one man on the site, and indeed they do. JT going to be going for everything he can, but still taken down by a 1-2 punch coming out of Brody C and Smooya, and it means it is going to be the bomb site found, the bomb going down, and the retake well and truly underway. And look at Smooya. He's already ready for the flank.
He knows where those frags are.
Unable to find anything, and so it's 2 from Market having to get this one done. Wherever Peggy goes, there's going to be a man watching him, and if Shaney tries to get any position with that ult, he's going to be in trouble as well.
And there might not even be a battle to save here. I mean, you're in a 2 versus 4 on the retake. You have kits, and but you've only got 2 smokes. You haven't got flashes. That's the thing. Retaking with flashes is so vital, and actually, after that 2-man deficit, they're going to opt for the save, and they're going to allow CeX. Oh my goodness! No, there's no time. There's no time. There's no time. Yeah. Thankfully, we can hear it now. Whereas before, that happened. I believe it was yesterday, where on cash we couldn't hear the bomb timer, so it looked a lot closer. But thankfully, we could hear that. So we knew that was going to happen. CeX now 14.
Yeah, 14-11. They find themselves around. The issue for them is the fact that Xenex managed to find a couple of clean rounds before they were able to actually come back into it. So CeX had a little round, Xenex had a little round of 4. And what was that? 3 players live in all of them, 4 and 5 in 2.
Yes, they're fine for now.
Exactly. Their economy's basically been bolstered to the point where they can afford to continue to buy, and it's going to be setting them up nicely to try and respond before 15.
So as I mentioned before in that previous round, Smooya loves going for that solo play up B short. Whenever he's got that Tech 9 in his hand and his other team are 4 spot, guys, 4B, I'll go short, just trust me, go B, rush B. He always says to rush B. What that does is that short player isn't focused on the B short player. Sorry, that B short player isn't focused on that one single T that's in mid. Instead, he's watching towards B apps, but regardless, Smooya trying to see if he can get this opening pick on the jump peak. But the thing is, he's double scoped in as a player that's to the right of him. He has no idea he's there.
No, but JT not going to be moving at the moment, just hoping that... well, I think waiting for the push to come through, really. He doesn't really want to peek onto an AWP, whatever the circumstance.
There's no reason to peek anyway.
What's happening, yeah. So Smooya going to come out of that one alive. A little bit of a risky situation, but one that neither player could foresee. Now it's going to be JT trapped in the smoke, dropping the Molotov and falling back towards the site to huddle with Peggy and try and withstand the coming onslaught.
So this round's pretty much at a standstill now as each team is waiting to see what the other team are about to give them. JT short. Actually 3 CT players towards here. Actually another player in Whorehouse. So JT's got his shorts covered. Here comes the attack.
JT and Dancy's going to be teaming up to find 2 frags at the start. JT comes straight back through with a second as well, meaning that CeX have found themselves in a position where it's Rezu and Smooya as the last 2 alive.
Yeah, he knows exactly where he is. He knows exactly where he is. Oh my goodness.
All of them seem to know where each
That's
other
your
are.
teammate!
You can't find it, and he shoots at Rezu as well.
I can't figure cheap it better than that, mate. I'm obviously joking. Rezu, they're trying to spray down 2. Peggy takes him down though. Smooya on 4 HP, goes for no scope, whiffs it.
A little bit unfortunate with that.
I'm joking, obviously. I'm joking.
Yeah.
Honestly. We're on a great anti-cheat, boys. There's no chance of that. I'm obviously just trolling you all at home. 2 rounds now separate these 2 teams.
Snods knows something we don't. He has experience with these programs.
So going back to what I mentioned before, though, that B short thing, I'll try and explain a little better. You have the solo B short player, and once those smokes and those flashes, and you hear the steps towards B, that B short player on the CT side, he's not going to be focused about the short, from mid. So Smooya runs up mid, runs up short, backstabs him, takes him down, and it's only 1 player towards B, and it's such an easy site to take.
Yeah, I mean, then the last man on B can't put his full attention on towards the 4 players coming out, and it just creates a situation where nobody can focus on anybody. But this round, we're going to be seeing a similar thing happening on A. Instead of being decimated, though, it's Xenex coming out on top in a big way. Cinder and Rezu are going to be finding themselves in some pretty good positions, but unable to do anything too substantial until it's actually Rezu in the 2v1. Again, not an impossible situation for him to win here. It's just going to be up to Xenex not to face him one at a time.
Thing is that this is only a 4 spy, so yeah, Rezu will go down. Dances takes him down. Can they save the second op though, or they opt for that single op setup? And I think Dances might even keep it. He could go B apps, go for that B apps pick like he did, kill Brody C again, maybe even go Palace. He spawns pretty bad though, so he's probably have to go towards B short.
Well, CeX going to be coming in hot with another buy at this point. Interested to see what they can do, because this is Xenex's chance to tie things up. And as well as tying things up, actually, it's going to be putting CeX in a bad position economically again. So this is really Xenex's chance to find themselves match point or...
oh no, JT's about to peek into... Oh my goodness, Smooya gets the opener. Dances replies, so this is okay. The CT rotation come in now. They see bomb. Oh my god, Dances gets the collateral. It's going to be 3 frags for him instantly. Rezu though, trying to equal out those numbers. Takes a player down. It's only 1-man lead now for Xenex.
Cinder going to be making
oh
sure
no,
that the
such a
one-man lead
crucial
doesn't
frag,
last
but
for
Rezu
long.
gets
Can't
it.
find it. Rezu does in the end. And it's going to be Peggy and Dances versus Cinder and Rezu. Cinder and Rezu don't have the bomb though. These guys are going to have to fight their way through. They're going to have to pick both of these players up and they're going to have to recover that bomb if they want any chance. And realistically, this is Xenex's round to lose now.
So they have a Molotov. The thing is, this is what they can do. Cinder's low HP, you can molly off balcony, molly off van, try get a frag that way, and then have the trade come in. The thing is, they're opting in for that B, sorry, that A, sorry, it is B, that B. Oh my goodness, no, he's got the AWP, hasn't he? Doesn't matter though, Peggy takes him down, but the thing is, Cinder on 9 HP, he knows where both these players are now. If he can take down that player, he knows where Dance is in. Here's the Molotov, no! Oh my goodness, Dances just repeats with Cinder, has the nade in his hand. Great timing there from Dances, but you need to be thinking about how long that AWP is, mate.
Yeah, a little bit of a giveaway.
But yeah, what I was trying to say is, in that situation, Cinder's low HP, so he can be the info finder. If he can just push out, get killed, Rezu gets the trade, it's then in the 1 versus 1, but fortunately for him, they saw Dance's scope. But Peggy wins that duel from Van and will take him down. Then Dance's repeats with such good timing there.
And look at this, it's 14-14 and CEX are going for a Hail Mary nade play.
But there's 3
No armor, no nothing, just some Tech 9 Smooyer actually with the Kevlar.
The Molotov comes
He's
out
gonna be
there.
the only man, and the Molotov going to be slowing them down. Shaney and JT going to be on the site ready and waiting to take them, but Brody and Smooyer make sure that this one's competitive. Smooyer going to be taking that bomb across, securing them the money, and making sure that the CTs have to work to get this one back.
3 on 3, Molotov goes towards Firebox, but JT doesn't really expect Cinder to be jumping up into the box there at the ticket booth. Brody underneath balcony there, great position from him, but Cinder actually wants to still play aggressive towards CT. If they can kill the guy CT, retake CT, the after plan is so much easier.
Instead, it's going to be Smooyer starting things off. JT with the fast response, going to be finding himself 2. That's what they needed. Now it's going to be Brody
just
C, the
complete,
last
yeah, he
man
just
left,
walks
and
out
he
there.
can't do anything. Very unfortunate for him, as you said, walks out, taken down by Dance. He's 5-7, and that's the round in favor of Xenex.
So the reason Cinder wanted to kill that player in CT was because if you can take CT off of the CTs when the bomb is planted for CT, makes the after plant so much easier for the T side.
Of course, unfortunately, unable to do it, and JT does have his vengeance. 2 frags quickly, exactly what they needed to break into that site, and it leaves CX in a position where they're playing for their lives once again. This time, though, it's going to be a little bit better equipped. Smooyer obviously back on that AWP. Sat in mid, Peggy going to be the player there that he has to face, but it's actually going to be Shaney the first frag comes out against. Smooyer again, just a master at opening these rounds up.
Yeah, he seems to always know where these rotations are, but the CT aggression will catch Brody C off guard, and that means that this is for the T side now. It's much harder because CTs have control of B-Apps, so they know they're going to be around mid towards A, and all they have to do is just hold on to B-Apps, have the rotation towards A, and they just can't lose this round. So the thing is that can Smooyer open up these rounds still? Gonna have him go towards ramp. Probably gonna play the contact ramp thing. Contact off of ramp. JK that firebox isn't really a popular spot, so they might catch off guard. The Molotov goes on towards depot, catches the bomb. Almost another reply. Cinder refrags JK. 1-man lead now into this 14-15 round for CEX.
Yeah, CX going to be playing towards overtime as it's Dances and JT left with everything to do if they want to be closing this one out quickly. CX are going to have plenty of time to set themselves up. You can already see, look at that, Smooyer with a little bit of the bait. Thomas coming in as the switch. Dancy's able to get a refrag, but now the man's in a 1v2.
Has the Molotov though. He just needs to find out where his players are. He goes for the pre-fire for the box. Pretty knows where both these players are. They're low though. If he can just land one spray through the box, he can actually win this. Oh, so close, unfortunately for him. Actually, they're not playing for each other. Cinder gets the headshot. We're going into OT.
We are. Last map of the night, go into OT. We wanted a close one. We wanted close halves. We got that twice.
Yeah, but this is the first time we've seen OT in this first week of UK Masters, so what are you thinking?
Honestly, I'm not sure what to think right now. Both of these teams having phenomenal halves, obviously respectively. And at the same time, both of them able to play both sides. It's basically the opposite of train.
So actually quite interesting here. You have so much money when you start off from the OT, and actually they've opted for no AWP, so they're probably going to go for a smoke setup here and try and win that after plant.
So you're expecting to see CEX Yeah, not utilizing any long-range weapons. Instead, as you said, going to be the smokes, the close-range battles, and the AKs potentially going to be working out for them. Obviously, Smooya being a very helpful asset to them throughout, but now he's going to be taking things a little bit slower and getting behind the CTs.
He's always behind people, isn't he?
Shaney, no idea what was coming, no idea what hit him, tried to turn around, but couldn't manage it quick enough, so we are going to be seeing CEX off the back of that, and Brody sees frag.
Well, this bomb is planted for ramp, and all the CTs have to rotate from CT spawn. There's not going to be coming to the back, so when the trades come left and right, and Dance is now the 1 versus 3. He's bought the AWP. Most likely going to have to save it.
Yeah, fall off and save is going to be probably the most sensible option here. Obviously, they have some money to play around with, but especially on the CT side, if you lose the first, you don't want to risk it, because you lose the second, suddenly you're ecoing.
Yep. So he actually does lose the AWP out. Did they have the double up set up there? I didn't check. I don't think they did.
I don't think I saw it.
No. I mean, must have picked up with Shane, so no, not a double up set up there. So their money isn't as bad as it could have been.
But it's still going to be tenuous after this
Yeah,
if they lose this.
AWP bought out now for Shaney. Smooya as well buys his AWP, so they're probably going to play around his pick. He gets the mid spawn. Actually opts to go towards B, so can he catch JT off guard again?
Going to be heading up there quickly, but we're actually going to be seeing Rezu going towards mid. Going for the smoke, and there's a man aggressive in the form of Jake. He finds one. Peggy playing around, though, manages to grab the refrag. A 1-for-1 trade, definitely not the best thing that's ever happened, but it's at least keeping Xenex in contention for the moment. And that's what they want. The men in apps, as well, not really given any opportunities. Smooya with the AWP, but no one in his way to find.
And once the noise is made, once the jump spot happens and the information's given, there's no way in hell they expect Cinder at A ramp. Then he could get some backstab kills. They can just bait this. Dancer gets the first frag. Cinder now, can he get the opening onto the A bomb site?
Well, Peggy going to be looking
yes,
the wrong
he can.
way. Finds one. JT, though, clocks him. Takes him down. Another 1-for-1 trade, and it's CEX coming out at the disadvantage. Brody C, though, manages to make it a 2v2, chucks that bomb down, and we're going to be seeing an AWP and an AK versus an AWP and an AK to see if Xenex can keep things tied up. Shaney with such a close shot, but unable to connect on Smooya.
And now Smooya
Leaves
has the
himself
advantage.
open, yeah.
Oh my
He
god,
now
what
has
the
to
hell?
peek.
Gets the, my goodness, somehow he's managed to flick all across his mouse mat and get his crosshair dead on that player kitchen. Almost kills him through the wall there. Pretty crazy stuff there.
What is Smooya made of?
Yeah. Anyway, regardless of what we just witnessed there, Smooya back on the AWP and the awful buy coming out from the CTs.
I mean, that's the issue, isn't it? You buy AWPs, you fully invest, you get yourself
Yeah, he
all
heard
of that
him.
equipment.
He definitely heard him in kitchen there.
You get yourself all of that equipment and you lose 2 rounds, you're on the pistol and the MP9, and it's not where you want to be. So this is CEX's round to lose at this point. This is their chance to find 18 and really put it in a situation where they need to pick up one of the next 3 to close this out.
So obviously, as you just mentioned there, one of the next 2 if they can take this round. But then again, if they do opt to go towards A, it's going to be at close range as these CTs players are starting to play close towards the site.
Yeah, now they're going to be heading in.
No Molotovs.
No Molotov, actually, a little bit of a Molotov usage, but doesn't really manage to catch anybody out. Still, the trade's going to be favourable, as Shaney's the only man to find a frag on the Xenex side. So Dancy's and JT, 2 men with pistols, going to be the only rotates available. And this one's looking like it could be bad for Xenex.
Yeah, I don't really see much hope here for CEX, especially as Smooya takes down Dances, and now it's just JT with a Molotov, Flash, and a 5-7 and Kit to his name. Wide faces, they could have maybe taken down Thomas, there's only 6 HP. Yeah, Thomas will take him down, so 3 rounds won in consecutive fashion for CEX, and it's going to be 1 round for them to take this.
Yeah, brilliant T-side with all of that extra cash. Obviously, the first round, Smooya not using the AWP, but as soon as he picks it up, we do see exactly what we expect. Phenomenal plays coming through, and it's the curse of the CT side, isn't it? You lose the first 2, the third is almost a given.
It's not really a curse, it's the way the economy works, especially if you lose those rounds. When you buy up those AWPs, it costs so much money.
Tell you what else costs a lot of money, Snods? An auto sniper.
That's Alto coming out from Thomas, trying to get those frags, trying to mow down any attack that comes, and Xenex, they're opting for some contact towards B.
Yeah, lots and lots, all 5 players actually heading up towards apps, heading up towards the site, and actually, potentially going to be a smart idea, as it's literally just Brody C there at the moment, holding it a little bit passive. Fortunately, though, Cinder going to be coming in from short, ready to back him up should things happen, and look at Rezu.
Yes, look at Rezu, he's pushed mid, so he knows that there's going to be no flank from connector or short, unless Jakey and Underpass can get good timings.
Yeah, Underpass is going to be the concern there, but obviously, you've still got, well, Smooya actually not watching it at the moment, but you've got him in a position where it can be watched. I think the nade's going to be a little bit of a giveaway. The push coming through. Cinder going to be ready to find the men passing over the top. Brody C peeking out at the perfect time. finding that second all-important frag. Now, though, going to be tagged down through the wall as Xenex managed to equalize, and this could be bad.
The 3 versus 3 now coming out in this potential last round. Resi, though, the Molotov, he can flush out a player towards Van. But the auto sniper, or how are they going to retake this? Thomas opting just to run through, and actually all 3 of those frags happen in such quick fashion. So, what we saw there, the thing is, it was a smart play coming up from the CT side, though. This is the thing. Brody hiding towards bench, waiting for his teammate there to take first contact, so they wouldn't be expecting him there. Peeks out, takes one frag, but he hides again. When you hide again, you can easily get spammed through that bench, and obviously this gets taken down instantly. But the 1-for-1 trade in that situation is, well, you could argue that it's worth it for the CT side.
I mean, potentially so. I get what you're saying. You probably don't want to just be crouching behind bench, as you do know it's going to be spammable. Obviously not maybe the best option to go for this round, though. CeX have another try. They're not done yet, and Smooya are going to be starting things off once more with the AWP. This time, not an opening, but a whole lot of damage done to Peggy.
Yeah, 5 rifles coming out from Xenex here, not opting for that AWP, so they might be going for a late smoke execute somewhere. Just not too sure yet. The bomb is still in T-spawn, so they're not decided. They could take control of mid. Solo, I mean, Peggy, what nades has he got to work with? He has the Molotov and the smoke. He can smoke off window, Molotov short, peek towards connector, or vice versa. Molotov smoke window, Molotov short, and then peek towards... I just said the same thing. Molotov connector, peek shot, my bad. Been casting for a fair few hours now. Things are starting to get to my head. Regardless, though, shaky and underpass. Doesn't spot anyone towards a window. They could boost up here, but it's only 2 players in mid, and they're quite spread out.
Yeah, instead, it looks like we are going to be seeing the A split coming through. A couple of players lined up at ramp. Obviously, JT sitting in Palace, and a couple of guys mid ready to attack. So it's going to be down to the guys on A to hold this one off. Thomas is going to be in a brilliant position to find himself a frag. Smooya
Oh, this could be
Cinder as well, and this is definitely going to be it. Thomas with the last frag there on JT manages to grab that trade, and CeX close it 19-16.